Yes, guys, we are live and we are back for the international review show. So we've had the review and match reaction to the England game, but we're going to go through some of the results over the weekend and see who looks good. Who looks good, who looks out of sorts, and sort of make our own sort of judgment. With also one more game to go, whether somebody's who are the favourites for the Euros this year. We've got Talkman U with us, and we've got Lanzy2710. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we go anywhere, please
smash it. Really helps us out. Thanks.
Please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Share it on your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, everywhere you can. I might by next week have someone from the Gooner Talk come on. Tom the Gooner might do something on his channel. He might do something on my channel. Don't know. Obviously, we've got Liverpool on the weekend. And we've got Velvashwan in the building. He's probably going to be on the preview for the Liverpool game on Friday. How are you guys doing? How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. So let's get into it. Obviously, we'll start with the obvious, England.
My days.
International football. Right. So, what's the date today? It's the 29th, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a shame, Stephen, that the Olympiacos sport couldn't come on because Greece actually won their game. They won 2-1. Yuri, if you're free, Nuri, let me know and I can send you the link, mate, if you're free. Right, big up to yourself. Can I get the link? Yes, give me 2 seconds, guys. Oh, for fuck's sake. Link. Yeah. All right. So we'll start with obviously first. We'll go back to Thursday actually because we had Thursday. How's that Thursday? Because we
played San Marino on Thursday.
Yeah, all fixtures. That's better. Now I can see all of them. Right. Now I can see all the fixtures. So international friendlies. And that's on Sunday. This is so. Obviously, England winning 2-0 against Albania. I think it was Mount and Kane with the goals.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah,
Mount and Kane with the goals. Kane got the first. Mount got the second. Assist by Shaw and Kane. So very influential. I am free, bro. Yay! We can bring him on. Right, the other half of North London Banter. So give me a second, guys. I'm gonna bring him on. Ultra. Hang on. I'm trying to find him. The end. Give me your thoughts. Actually, sorry. Talk money. Give me your thoughts on the England game while we're waiting for this. While I'm trying to find him.
It was a bit. I mean, especially the San Marino bit. Well, obviously, in the end, it was a good result, but we started, not very well. mean, you can always forgive a poor start if you have a good ending.
Send a link, mate.
So that's that is what it is on that one. But the other games, I mean, yeah, we always kind of make a meal of it, don't we? Let's have it right, But I think once we do actually get to the finals, when we get to the where it starts to really matter, we get a few games in shorter space of time in the actual finals. I think we'll see better performances, but I'm still not sure about the way Southgate is approaching it. I think it could be.
Sorry, no. Can you send me? Can you text me your number? Because I can't find your number anywhere. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think we could do a lot better with the squad that we've got.
Yeah. Meister Fighter, how are you, mate? It's been a long time. Hey. Since this guy supported him from the start when I started in the live stream, so big up to him. Since like my home country, Slovenia, is not a lucky place for the England team. Lanzi, what did you think? That's not very nice, Nuri. Thanks, call me a twat. He just texted me, said calling me a twat. Prick.
You're starting the banter show too early, mate.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, can't lie, I actually didn't watch the game.
You did watch it, that helps.
Yeah.
That really bloody helps, that does, right? What's your thoughts on the game? Didn't watch it. Shit. Valvishwan, did you watch the game?
Yes, and I'm vexed.
You're vexed? Oh, God, here we go. Hang on a minute.
Here's the thing. Why is everyone getting gassed about beating Albania and a team full of plumbers, a shopkeeper, and a dog walker? Like, why is everyone getting gassed? We ain't winning the Euros. Look at our group stage. We ain't getting past it. Because we have a manager who doesn't know what he's doing. He's getting Eric Dyer in the squad. He's picking players that he should have been picking. He has favourites. We ain't winning the Euros. If Mason Mount starts in that team, we ain't winning.
Yeah. I absolutely hear that 100%. What's your thoughts? What's your thought, Tormani? Do you agree with that?
Yes, to a point. But we've got to bear in mind, like going forward, like for the next game, we've got 7 wins out of 9 games against Poland. So that should stand us in some good stead. But no, I understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, we can only sort of support the team, whatever it is, whatever team he puts out, whatever formation he puts out, positions, etc. Then we just got to support him and hope for the best, because that's all we've got really, and it's hope, because we haven't got any real. I haven't seen anything from England that makes me think, this team can actually take control of a game and control the game when they need to control the game in terms of keep possession, make them chase the ball, and when we go forward, that they can carry the ball forward in a way which gives you confidence that they can keep the ball whilst going forward, creating chances, not just blindly and panically just rushing forward, making hopeful passes, because that's not really going to.
Do you think it's a confidence issue?
No, it's not confidence.
I think it's more maybe a case of I don't like keep using the word mentality, but this is the key to it all. It's the mentality of how comfortable are they individually in what they're being asked to do by the coaching staff and Gareth Southgate. And again, it does affect the confidence. If you're not, it's like Paul Scholes when they put him out on the left for England. Sorry, on the right. Sorry. I mean, that's not where Scholes is. That's not where Scholes is position. So right from the off, you're putting him on the back foot, because whenever you put a player who's not in, that's not their position, then you're on the back foot straight away. You know, when I was playing, when I was younger,
That's
someone
shit.
asked me to play in a different position, you just go, you're like, oh yeah, I'll do it. But you're then thinking, oh, shit, all right, okay. So straight away, as soon as you're in that kind of mindset of like anything negative, it's just not good. It has to be 100% like ready, full of verve and full of confidence that, you know what, I'm going to do a great job in this position because this is what I do week in, week out for my club. So, you know, but like I say, we'll have to wait and see. If Gareth Southgate can get them like G'd up right throughout these tournament and get them confident in terms of trusting the system, trusting what they've been talking about and doing in training, the tactics and everything else, then you just never know. You know, I'm not going to write England off because we can't do that really, because that would be far too negative, and I don't want to be too negative about the team. So that's what I think.
I think you can be negative, really. Evening.
Yeah, Mr. Negatives in the building because he's a
I
top
was just going to say,
supporter.
reason.
But by the way, Noe, can I just make this very clear? I've actually seen now Kane actually win games.
You missed me, did you? He wasn't playing the other night.
But he's winning games, mate.
I'm going to be honest. I mean, I missed the
two pictures.
I missed the Albania game because I was working.
Do you like the two pictures I just sent you? I've been busy.
Yeah, I saw one of them, but not the other one.
I've been busy, mate.
Oi. With his left hand. Oi.
No. Let's just say I have the messages.
Yeah.
Yo, wait, Stephen.
They make fake profiles every day, mate. So don't worry.
It's just no. Someone actually believed it was true at one point. We were just like leading him on. I'm like, you're so easy. I've got subscribers out of it actually, so it's not bad.
Who else was like really? I mean, I know it was 5-0, but who else was really disappointed by the San Marino game?
Oh, we should have been about 10-0 in front by half time.
You know what? It's when you look at other teams that play San Marino, yeah, they smash them 8s, 7s, and do you know what I mean? And it seems, and you know what? It's actually true what the other streams are saying. Lingard is not.
He's not the levels.
Another setting.
There's a reason he's at West Ham.
He got man of the match.
Yeah, he got man of the match.
Yeah, I don't get it. I've been following your channel from the early days. Unfortunately, I missed the live streams pretty often. Yeah, but you supported us, so big up to you, mate. Big up to it. Chelsea Man City will be first game with fans back. How ironic. I love this game.
I love this game.
I love this game. Yeah. What's that?
Trucking internet. Yeah. So I mean,
shocking, like Spurs' trophy record.
Oh fucking hell! Now, it's not Northampton banter.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I mean, I didn't see any fights. You know, like they're literally playing against the worst international country in the history of football.
They're not
in the whole bloody universe.
They're not even footballers, they're amateurs.
And to see, like, you know, it's like they're not going at it. And I think personally, still there will be no other keeper that's good enough for England at the moment. Because, I mean, yeah, Pope's all right, he's good. Pickford, he's all right, he's good. But when you look at the history of, like, English goalkeepers, like your David Seaman, Peter Shilton,
Gordon Banks,
exactly. This is always one key area which England have suffered to replace ever since Seaman retired.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And you know what? It's just like, what else? I mean, as far as the defence goes, yeah, pretty good. To be honest, I'd chance bringing Emil Smith-Rowe up to the 18. I know it might be a bold move, but I'd do it.
Hang on, hold on. Did you just say what I think you said? You'd have an Arsenal player up into the 18.
Mate, look, at the end of the day, look what he's done for Arsenal. Yeah? Look what Saka's done for Arsenal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get Saka. Yeah, I get Saka because he's played in week out. But to be honest, Smith Rowe, as much as I love the guy, he's only been thrown in at the last minute.
Yeah, but the thing is, he has it in his
more
locker too. And
I think it's too early for him. Even with Saka, like into the Euros, I thought, oh, it's fucking young.
okay, look at San Marino then. Look at San Marino, for instance. Yeah.
Do you remember when we brought Walcott into the 2006 World Cup? Look what he did.
Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying. Against San Marino, you could have literally played like the youngsters. Yeah, and I bet you they would have given more heart than that whole fucking team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you had good players. I'm not saying that, but 5-0. I mean, I said to my mum was like, "Oh, it's going to be 4-0." I said, "Well, if it's 4-0, that's a shit result. This needs to be 7, 8, 9 because the big countries like your Germanys, your Spains, etc. These are absolutely swiping to the side. Yeah, Albania the same. Albania's not a great team where you can say, "Oh my god," but they got this player and they got that player. You should be slapping them. You know,
You've got to beat these teams and comfortably beat them. Right? Before I say anything, I think the last stream we was on was where I had to sort of ended it cut short. I remember Marley messaged me about how that's got he felt a bit responsible. You ain't responsible in any way whatsoever. So don't ever feel like there's responsibility on your shoulders. There's nothing to do with that. But yeah, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah, what do you want to say about the England result, mate?
I just think it's shocking that he's playing with two defensive midfielders against San Marino and Albania. Why would you do that? It's like Arsenal would play, let's say, Coventry and play with two defensive midfielders. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Two defensive midfielders against
San Marino is the lowest. Yeah, I think San Marino is the lowest ranked team in Europe.
I think so.
And
Yeah,
you're playing
the whole world.
Lowest in the world.
Yeah. You see, even in the world. So why do you need two holding midfielders?
Pass.
I mean, the thing is, really,
play with one and two number 8s.
I mean, generally, when was the last time you could say that England had a world-class manager? When can you say that? I mean, not in recent memory. I mean, if you look at
not even Capello.
I think probably he was the last one that you can consider a legend. You know, that's done.
Yeah, but he didn't exactly. Yeah, I know, but he didn't exactly do a lot, did he?
I think the issue with England is, I think who I think should be England manager, and this might sound a bit biased. I think Arsene Wenger would be a good manager for England.
Why? Come on. Tell us why. I want to hear this.
I think the reason why is because national team football is very different from league football. I think league football is just on another level, and I think with the experience that Wenger has from football in England and the way he could handle the youngsters and the way he wants to play football, going forward. And you have players like Harry Kane, Jadon Sancho, Raheem Sterling, Grealish, Bukayo Saka, Foden. This player needs to play under a manager that wants to attack, not a pragmatic manager like Southgate.
I get that. The problem I found with Wenger, and this is the problem we have, is that when it comes against the big teams like Man City or Chelsea, at international level, shut up, you. We're talking about English football. Right? Don't worry about it. When we talk about also the big countries like Germany, Italy, Spain, you're not going to be able to attack all the time. You're going to have to game manage, and his game management was very poor. Very poor. It wasn't the greatest at all. And I mean, like, for example, you wouldn't make a substitution until 70 minutes. A bit like someone else I know at the minute, but there you go. I keep saying hashtag Aaron
With Stephen, one thing,
you know what?
You know when his peak when Scotland and Russia scored 9-6 past San Marino and we couldn't even do that?
Yeah, you know his peak. You know, yeah. I want to move on to some of the other results during the weekend. So, Germany only won 1-0 against Romania.
You know what? I watched that game.
But in Denmark, like you said about England with San Marino, Denmark flashed Moldova 8-0. You know?
Did they? Oh yeah, Moldova,
yeah. Which again, it just shows why can't we go and do that?
But this
why?
This is a problem.
You know, Denmark did that without Eriksson, and it was like a rotated team. Yeah,
and that's the thing. But yeah, Germany only winning 1-0 against Romania caught my eye.
But it wasn't that sort of game where it wasn't that sort of game where Germany should have smashed them 7-6-0. It's Romania were actually a very, very good team, and just their attacking sense, their prowess. They got that. Georgie Hadji's son playing now, Ioannis Hadji, and they also got Popescu playing for them as well.
Is it a Rangers player?
Yeah, I think Ioannis Hadji plays at Rangers. But I mean, as far as what other countries are doing with their youth is what they're correctly doing with their youth is they're sending them out to play week in, week out. You know, like obviously now you see England, they're sending people out to Germany, like your Jude Bellinghams, Sancho's, etc. These countries where they're being successful in creating great players is by promoting their youth and sending them out to play more, and that's where you're hearing more of them. And this is why your Germanys, your Spains, your Italys, they're always going to be a top country that you don't want to play against, because even their youth are champions at some sort of level, you know. And I mean, sorry to go back onto England, but England have just had such great players in the past. We just haven't been able to use it. I mean, the amount of Premier League titles that they got between them, like your Lampard, your Gerrards, Scholesies, etc. If you can't do a World Cup winning team from that, then what's your chances with our players? And this is why England, I don't think, can ever, well, maybe in my lifetime, win a World Cup or Euros.
I also think I want to move on to the under 21s because obviously they're playing their Euro qualifier. Hang on, they've got 3 games in that group, haven't they?
Yeah,
and they've lost both.
Yeah, and
so
it depends on the other result. If Portugal don't win, then they're out.
So they're out, pretty much.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that lasted 5 minutes, didn't
ruined it. My understanding, why is the Premier League youngest players are in the under 21s and not in the first team, where you have players like Eric Dyer in that team?
Yeah.
Don't deserve it. Chilwell don't deserve it.
Lingard don't deserve it.
Lingard don't deserve it.
No, on form, Lingard does.
This is what I say.
It's been on form since January, to be honest. Right, but then
the hunger is in the youth, yeah, and it takes a strong. And the thing is,
look at Arsenal. The hunger in the youth.
The problem with England as well is because obviously the FA are controlling who you play, who you don't play. Yeah, that's why no great manager will take the England job, because they're not yes men. The great managers out there are not yes men. If they're told they have to play, I don't know, say for instance Lingard just because he scored a hat trick at the weekend,
or Nketiah,
you know what I mean? So it's just the
unlike Nketiah is still in the under 21s. He ain't gone to like Saka into the first team.
You're not getting that option to play who you want, you know, or pick who you want. Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's just what direction can England manager go in? You know, and I think all the egos you got there.
So, do you agree? I know Southgate out, but do you agree with this? Boyford out now.
Yes. Oh, definitely. I mean,
100%.
Boothroyd never really stuck to me as a great manager as well. Yeah, he brought up Watford, like, I think, pretty much for the first time in how many years they were out of the Premier League. But what has he done, like after that, So again, what sort of manager do you bring in? I mean, is it where you do go foreign and someone that's actually won something and can control egos? Because, I mean, don't forget, most of these big managers, they can actually control a rival team player. So, like, when you've got Bayern, Dortmund, they can control that sort of thing, and they'll work.
It's not so much that as well. It's the fact that you need a manager that's great at getting a whole. Because these players, they play in different systems, they play in different leagues, and this and that. You need to get a group of people together to be in one simple system, that works for everyone, or is perfectly adaptable to anyone, but also get them to connect, like chemistry, like get it to connect. You got them to immediately, within a space of 3-4 days before the first game, get to play fluid football. Don't forget, we've had a period where we've had the September, where we usually had the September internationals, and then sort of like one before Christmas. We've had no internationals since September until now. But we need a manager, not Southgate, that can go from literally having no football whatsoever with anyone to then come straight in together and be able to play fluid football.
No, Steve, I'm going to disagree with you on there, because I believe when you hear a young player talking, they're like, oh my God, it's going to be my dream to put on an England shirt and play for them. Well, play for England then. I mean, these people that put on other national shirts, like, this is why you're starting to hear about players you don't know about, because when they put their international shirt on, they are a force to be reckoned with. And unfortunately, for some reason, even though you've got great players, like I said, Lampards and Gerrards and Scholeses, etc., there just wasn't that passion, there just wasn't that I will fight for the 3 lines on the shirt, yeah? And it always seems like, you just flop at the high pinnacle of your, England international. This is why the manager can't choose the players that will play for the country, will play for the badge, yeah? And that's where you have your problem with England. You can have as many Champions League winners, Premier League winners, FA Cup winners, etc., etc. But when it comes to the international, they won't do jack shite.
Yeah, and I think one of England's biggest issues as well is that when you look at Germany, for example, every German player knows how Germany is going to play.
Yes.
Like, they have their philosophy. When you look at Spain, it's the same thing. When you look at Brazil,
but then that could change. That could change when Knocking No leaves.
I mean, look at Real.
No, because Germany, they have implemented a style of play from the youth up until the senior team. So even if Jogi Löw leaves, they're not changing the way they're going to play, and they won't employ a manager that would want to change the way they play. And that's what Spain has been doing for so many years.
Yeah,
that was what Brazil was doing from '94 up until 2006.
Even before then. I mean, the 90s were amazing for Brazil.
I think England never have had a certain way of play when you know that, okay, if you go and play for them, this is how we're going to play.
Yeah.
This is why it's a disconnect between the under-21s and the actual main team.
Yeah.
But there's been no consistency within the England team. You haven't had a manager.
It sounds like a team in red, though, I know.
Wait, Stephen, can you put up the group stage for the Euros? I want to see.
Group stage for the Euros?
Also,
our group.
I think also the management of England, they need to learn how to manage the pressure and expectation in the team as well. Because if you don't do that and you've got young players in there and they're not being helped with that, how to deal with that themselves. Don't forget, this is England we're talking about, not their clubs. This is, like you just said, about the dream of going and playing for your club. That comes with massive pressure and expectation, as we know.
So we've got Scotland, Czech Republic, and Croatia. So we'll probably get second.
Look how Czech Republic, how they do right now. They have improved massively.
Czech Republic just pretty much outplayed Belgium.
Yeah. And even Scotland are doing well at the moment.
But also, a question I want to relay to you guys, and obviously the England fans, is recent story. Jamal Musiala, young guy that plays for Bayern. Now, obviously, he's got half German, half English. Yeah. Why do you think these players are choosing their German side, for instance, to play for? Because
they got a chance of winning something.
They're not going to succeed. Yeah. And so many people have done it. You know, I'm not just saying it's just an England thing. You got Turkish players like your Özils, Gundogan's, etc., that chose to play for Germany. Yeah. It just seems that no one wants to play for England? Is it, where they're using it as a potential stage to just further their career rather than...
Musiala's from Germany himself, but he feels like he's part of the country.
No, I think we hit on some of there. But also remember that Southgate tried, I think successfully in the last tournament, tried to do away with all this, the rivalries between clubs and the players and all the rest of it. But if he was to do that, but then implement a system and a style of play and a clear objective for every game, it'd be much better. It'd be so much better, because it seems like he's done that bit right. He's got them all kind of thinking, okay, we need to think this in this sort of frame of mind going into these games. But if it's not backed up by a decent system and formation and the patterns of play that they use, the way they keep the shape or they break the shape for when they're getting the ball back, etc., then it doesn't balance out. So they're kind of like, oh yeah, we're all mates on the pitch, but then, right, well, what are we supposed to be doing then? You know what I mean? It's like you organise a party, but they don't
I honestly
people
do think there's... No, but when I've watched some of England's play, right, people might go, it's a system, it's that and the other. I just also do feel there's this sort of... this sort of confidence... I do feel there's like a confidence barrier because of the amount of times we've gone to tournaments and not succeeded, right? And it's been so many years now. It's sort of that confidence they've got second doubt, and it sort of lingers into the pitch where they don't play that killer pass. They'd rather go safe. They don't play the ball in. They'd rather play safe. They don't take the shot on, right? And it just they don't have the confidence in themselves like they would in their clubs. They would happily take the shot or score or anything like that, right? But they would rather, but for the England side, they just don't feel they've got the confidence to do it.
I think that's down to the manager as well. Because if you look at do you remember?
Smash the like button, please. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, please. We are so close to 800 now. We're 200 more after that, and we are at 1,000. Please smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Right? Yeah, you were saying, Saeed.
Yeah, do you remember Spain before they were winning everything? They used to always finish second or third.
Yeah.
And I think after that is when they changed the whole philosophy down from the youth, the schooling system, the amount of money, the way the philosophy, managers, everything. They just went like, you know what? We're not finishing second or third anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to be the best team in the world. And eventually they became the best team in the world.
Yeah.
And I think it's like for England, it's like we definitely need better English managers. If they're going to do it like, oh, we're just going to employ an English manager, then for sure we need better English managers. And I think yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think part of it as well is they learn the management and the FA, the whole right from the top to the bottom, need to make it clear that do not be afraid of making mistakes. Because if you're afraid of making mistakes because you're going to get, ridiculed for it,
the whole
especially
FA.
by the press, then it makes you more relaxed and more confident to go, you know what, I'm going to try something cheeky here. I'm going to run this and I'm going to try and just whip one in. I'm just going to try and whip the ball in. And if they lose possession, it's not going to be such a big deal, because we're trying something. They need to encourage the philosophy of just try and try again. Keep trying, keep going forward. and try. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. You know, this is why we're talking about. We see negative passes, back passes. No one wants to take responsibility.
Everyone is going to make mistakes in life.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, you know, you have to. You have to sort of not be afraid.
We've all made mistakes. We've all made mistakes before. So
yeah, but and also the other thing is that they should be patted on the back. If you try something and it doesn't work, you should be patted on the back and say, "Listen, well done for trying, son. Well done for trying. It didn't work this time, but well done. Keep doing that in training. Keep trying. Keep trying." If you was in that kind of mentality, how more confident would you be going out on that pitch if your manager was saying that to you, patting you on the back for trying things? Even if it wasn't coming off. But eventually you will get, this is what you were saying about Spain, the way their philosophy changed. This has probably got, in a roundabout way, this has probably got something to do with it. It's the fact, don't be scared of making mistakes, because at the end of the day, you keep trying it and it will in the end work. It's like, you know, you practice make perfect. That's it, simple as that.
Yeah, but as a top player, you need to know that if you're told, if you know you're a top player and you can score from outside the box, yeah, you know you're going to shoot, yeah. And this is why top players, even though they've been told by a manager to work a certain way, they've gone, actually, you know what? I mean, how many times have you seen at the side the manager going nuts because someone's tried something? Yeah, it happens all the time. So it's just what these guys need to be instilled on first is the pride of playing for England, the pride of putting that shirt on, yeah. And that's when you can slowly be like Spain, where you gather pace and you become second in the world or third in the world, and then you find the right sort of balance as then to succeed at the next level, you know. And this is why you've got Spanish players that play for Barcelona and Real Madrid that are working together in the Spanish national team, yeah. And this is why you need everyone in the England team to do the same, yeah. So the thing of like them taking their chances, etc., due down to the manager, they should take that chances anyway if they're confident in their own game.
It's if you turn around, if you switch the pressure, right, and switch the pressure around into like excitement and the energy and the verve to get out there and do and play a really, you know, a good system and that you can trust in, that you know is going to get you a result and you enjoy playing. That's a massive part of it as well. Because
here's the thing,
right. I want to just quickly move on to the home nations, for example. Israel drew 1-1 with Scotland. Let me have a look at the European Championships qualifying.
Wait, going back to the player managers thing, yeah. Look at Trent, for example. In that Champions League against Barcelona, it wasn't the manager who told Trent to take that corner quickly.
Exactly.
It was his own instinct. He said, I want to win this game. I want to go win for that trophy. So he took it and it paid off. So you don't need to follow the manager's thing. It's your own desire. If you want to win, you do everything you do. You need to win.
Exactly. And this is the thing. So it's down to the player's heart as to what does he want to go and win that game for us, or does he want to go and win the World Cup for us? Yeah. This is it. So it's nothing to do with them. I mean, yeah, okay, the manager's got a certain thing to do with it, but as far as them, you know, taking a punt at the chance to go and score a goal, or, you know, taking a free kick in a way that he knows himself he can take it, yeah, that's down to the player. And this is what I just don't think there's any pride. That's it. That's all it comes down to. There's just no pride. It's another game, and I don't know how true it is, but there was a story come out a little while ago that the England national players are not actually paid, unlike the other.
They're not paid. It goes to charity.
Exactly. So, I mean, maybe some of them, like, you know, you're obviously gonna have like your Beckhams and stuff like that did it, you know, free willingly. You know, they don't mind doing that. But these younger generation players, are they going to put in 100%? I don't think so. But the thing is, when they are paid, like your Germany, Spain, Italy, etc., that's when you'll get the best out of them. And this is why I don't think England have been successful, even though they've had great players playing for them.
Oh, this is European Cup. I know where I'm getting it wrong. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to ask a question. Who do you think are the dark horses of the competition?
You know what? Turkey. I watched Turkey play the other against Netherlands. They look really good. Really good. And, I mean, you can just see even they, from like 2002, where they had that good World Cup in South Korea, you know, they obviously had to rebuild and, you know, find the right sort of balance. I think Turkey could be a very good opposition for any team, really.
I think it's the Czech Republic.
Nah, I don't think. For me, it's either Turkey or Switzerland. Because Switzerland have a manager who has a structure and the players play for him.
But they also have Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, but Granit Xhaka for Switzerland is good. He's different from Arsenal.
Actually, that is true. He does play different to Switzerland than he does at Arsenal.
Yeah, he does. Trust me. It's like a clone. Yeah, so I'm just trying to look at some of the results. I can't see other than Scotland. That's about it, really. Scotland drew 1-1 on
Shall I say the
Sunday.
results?
No, I'm looking at them now. They drew 1-1 on Sunday. Then they were playing on Wednesday.
Yeah, they drew 2-2 with that one.
Yeah, they drew 2-2. Yeah, no, Thursday on Thursday. Sorry. So if we look at the table, we've got obviously they're third behind Austria and Denmark. I think they'll struggle to get out of that group, to be honest. They'll struggle.
Yeah, I think so.
We're obviously at the top. We've got Poland, Hungary, Albania, Andorra, San Marino. If we don't win every single game with that, it's embarrassing. Germany, they've got Armenia, North Macedonia, Romania, Iceland, and Liechtenstein. Oh my Jesus! Do you want to get it any easier?
That's going to be literally Germany through top. No problem.
They could turn up half drunk and still comfortably win all them games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Turkey, Montenegro, Netherlands, Norway, Latvia, and Gibraltar.
That's actually a tough group.
For Netherlands it is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Netherlands have been. I watched them play against Turkey, and they were so poor.
Look at this for Wales. They've got
since Koeman left, they haven't looked the same.
Yeah, and they got De Boer in who got
sent you the damn link. I sent you the link. I can't send it for every stream. Because I've got to be fair to other people who want to have their chance to come on.
Oh yeah, Stephen, I've got to go, yeah?
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, mate. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
What do you guys think about Sweden and Ibrahimovic?
I'll just get to that in a second, because I want to look at this group. Czech Republic, Belgium, Belarus, Wales and Estonia. That's a tough group.
Yeah.
Belgium, Czech Republic going through.
Yeah.
Man, that is a tough group. Let me have a look at this. Sent the wrong fucking link, didn't I? Fucking idiot. Right, but I can't send it for every stream though. Because other people want to have their chance to come on as usual. So, yeah, and then France, Finland, Ukraine, Bosnia, Kazakhstan. That should be a walkover for France.
Yeah, France all day.
Northern Ireland are going to struggle getting out of their group.
Yeah.
They're going to struggle. Yeah, you were going to say about what you going to say about Sweden and Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, do you think they can be a dark horse in the Euros this summer?
No.
Oh, nah. That would be a big ask.
Yeah.
You do realise ticket prices will increase when fans come back to stadiums. Maybe by like £30. Well, Arsenal's is 90 quid for a home ticket, depending on what game it is. 70 quid. If it's a lower league team, it's about 70. If it's like
70 quid.
Yeah. If it's Chelsea, then it's 90 quid.
No, more than that.
No, I remember paying for it
Yeah, but how long ago, mate?
about a year
Yeah.
ago.
I think it's gone up since then, mate.
About over a year ago.
It's gone up. No way you get 90. I mean,
Honest, it was about £93.
oh dear. That's madness.
But it also depends on where you're going to sit.
They will go up, no doubt they will. They'll make the most out of it because people are craving to go back to stadiums, aren't they?
Yep.
So they're going to go up, aren't they?
Everything in the stadium will be more expensive as well. All the
That's
food.
why I
Yeah.
always when I went to the stadium, right, the Emirates. You know where the pub is, where it's an Arsenal pub on the corner.
Yeah.
I go across the road and there's like a kebab place.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I stop where there's a shop next to it. I stop there and I always get like sausage and chips or something. Like rather than eating there. Yes, it's just so expensive.
Yeah, even Tottenham, the stadium is about say like £2 for a cup of tea. It's like fuck that.
What?
Yeah,
£2?
it's not even a big cup, you know. It's like one of those things you get from the vending machine.
I think ours is expensive. I think ours is more expensive.
Oh yeah. The thing is, that's what Arsenal do. They just go more expensive. And the funny thing is, obviously, I know it's not a Premier League show, but it's like the most expensive clubs' tickets and the less money that's being spent on them. That's just the most funny part of it.
But like I keep saying, we spent hardly there's not as much money as you have on your stadium, and yet we're still winning titles. We're still winning trophies.
We just started out, mate. It'll give us a bit of time. We need another 50
I
years.
knew this was going to turn to Tottenham versus Arsenal stream.
All right. Back to the international games.
He's has to go back to the international games because he's realised the team's a bunch of they're a pile of shit.
But I think I was listening.
Who's still in the Europa League?
Who?
Who's
Next
still in
season, not you.
Not for long.
Not for long. Yeah, but we're still in it.
Well done. You might.
Hang on, Newey, when you're giving it all this, you were going to make it further than us.
Yeah, I was actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, that's all right.
Adam, what do you want to say, mate?
Support England.
I am supporting England. We're just realising crap. It's just unfortunately.
That's all I have to say.
What do you think of the game?
What, the game against Albania?
Yeah.
And
I think we were good. You know, we played good football, but you know, Albania obviously
Good.
we should have won.
Adam,
What game were you watching?
no disrespect, brother, but like we said before, San Marino is the worst international team in the world. Yeah, other teams keep slapping them 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and
Teams are supposed to be worse than us.
when England can't beat that sort of team at that sort of level, then there's going to be questions raised. And Albania as well. Don't forget, they're not like a great team. That should have been an easy 4-5-0.
They got Granit Xhaka's brother.
Yeah.
But this is it. Yeah, one player. But this is what we're saying. It's just I actually sat. You know what? I was actually so excited for the San Marino game. I thought, you know what? Brilliant. Come on, let's have a hatful of goals here. Yeah. No, didn't happen. Yeah, and I was so disappointed. And I actually went because I was actually working on the night we played Albania, and I asked one of the guys how was it. He went, "Fucking shite." I went, "Absolute crap," he said, and I was like, "Oh." I said against Albania, I weren't actually waiting.
Why do you think I did the F1 stream with just watching the football on my phone? That was a fucking race and a half, by the way.
If England can't smash,
that is why Lewis Hamilton's a 7-time world champion. Slower car, by far the slower car than the Red Bull, and yet still won the Grand Prix. Boom.
Okay.
Come back to me.
Okay. But yeah, still, it's just like if they can't smash farmers, how are they going to pay your Germany's, Italy's, Spain's, etc.?
I'll be fair, some of them are accountants.
What's that? Accountants.
Be fair, some of them are accountants.
Farmers and accountants. Yeah.
Don't diss accountants. I was trying to be one of them.
But this is it.
You'll need one day.
You wonder how how this team would fare against a France, a Germany, a Spain. Absolutely,
even like Portugal and Turkey.
Yeah, Portugal. Even Turkey, for goodness sake. It's just I don't see how far. I mean, Southgate's been in the job how many years now? Quite a few years. Yeah, and what has he actually done? Last tournament, fantastic. He done absolutely fantastic to get them far, but it's just that end product which England
that World Cup is like the biggest false image ever.
What's that? World Cup?
That was progress. To be fair, I think you call that progress by them playing better football, but it's just they didn't carry that on. I don't.
Nah.
I don't know. I think if you look at when they were, every time they were facing a good team, like your Belgiums, you could see that.
I'll tell you what.
Even in the group stage, you could see that there was different levels.
Yeah, at least though, one more international game, and then we can go back to the league for the rest of the season. Peace. Right, and actually, do you know what's really upsetting is that some of these players need to play outstanding if they need to get in that European squad, because this is the last game that coming up, Poland, before Southgate picks the squad for the England for the Euro 2021. Right, you would think they would want to play out of their skin to try and get in that side.
No, Steve, because at the end of the day, mate, no matter if they play good or bad, your Kanes, even. And I'm a Spurs fan, I'm saying this Dyer, he can be absolutely shocking, but he'll still get picked. Yeah, this is why they don't need to play well to get picked, because they know that even if they play absolutely shockingly or have a shit season.
No, it's all about the ones who don't usually get selected.
Sorry,
it's all about the ones who don't usually get selected, like a Lingard, like Phillips.
But we see
Calvin Phillips been starting a lot.
Why he doesn't get selected. We see now why Lingard doesn't get selected. Yes, he does well for West Ham, yeah, but what's he done? Did he play fantasy for England? I don't think so. I don't think.
I think against San Marino, he was one of the only ones trying to make something happen.
Yeah, I think people are being a bit harsh with Lingard. It was like one game.
Score. Don't mean he had a bad game.
This is the thing. Lingard, he does, like you said, he does question himself too much. Should I take his opportunity? Just go for it. Just smash it. That's all we're asking for, And
I think people,
thing, if we start seeing these players that are actually fighting, and then maybe if they lost, but you saw they're fighting, you say, you know what, they played brilliantly, yeah, and then that's to be proud of them. But at this moment, I just don't see anyone playing out of their skin for the England national team. And like I said, if there's a certain player, like a Kane, he can play as shit as he wants. He will still get picked as an England player.
Do you know what? I remember when Calvert-Lewin at the start of the season, I was like, well, they should pick Calvert-Lewin on form. If Southgate goes by what's on form, he should be picking Calvert-Lewin, right, and dropping Kane. But he didn't. Yeah. He took them both, and then played Kane more. And I'm like,
we all know he doesn't go by form.
Exactly, and I totally agree with that.
So I said, whatever you just said in your press conference when you first turned up is a complete lie then.
It was the same with Jack Grealish. I mean, he's been probably the most consistent English player.
If it weren't for Jack Grealish, Aston Villa would be in the Championship right now.
Yeah, if you check the past 2 years, since Villa came up to the Premier League, I think Grealish must have been the most consistent English player, especially if you look offensively.
Yeah.
And he was still dropping him.
Absolutely. I just don't get it.
He was still not picking him until, the fans, the media, everybody got on his back and he kind of had to pick him. He would still be the man of the match and he would still criticize him publicly.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you have creative players like Grealish and you don't let them to be creative, you're always going to struggle. And I think that's also, it takes a bit about, the passion that you have, and you be like, okay, I can do this, and he still won't feel it's enough. If you were under 110%, you're going to be maybe down to 80, 90, because you feel like, you know what, this manager is taking the piss. And the other players know. They know who should play and who shouldn't play. they know that someone like Cresswell should have been picked ahead of Ben Chilwell. They're not stupid, you know. They watch the games. They watch their mates. They know. But
and this is why there's no passion. This is why there's no passion, because they can play the best ever in their careers. They can win titles with a certain team or whatever, yeah. But they will still not get picked like your Jack Grealish's, etc., etc. Yeah, they will always stick to. It just goes back to the same before. Like they kept picking Lampard, they kept picking Gerrard. You know, even when they were playing terrible. Yeah, this is why there's no passion within the England team, because they're like, well, if I play shit, it doesn't matter. Southgate's still going to choose me.
If I'm a big name, I'm going to get picked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even someone like Bamford, he's not getting picked. But in form, he's one of the best strikers in form right now. Yeah. He's not even getting a pick.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got the preview coming up tomorrow evening. So tomorrow morning at 11. So I'll be doing my prediction, squads, whatever for that game. Obviously, we've got Liverpool combined 11 on the Saturday before the game, which will be in the morning. We've also got the preview at 5:30 or 7:30, whichever the one. Then we've got Banter the Rivals, because we changed it. It's called Banter the Rivals now. So that'll be on at 5:30, something like that. Then we're going to have just as we've been like the Premier League back, I've got to try and fit the Checker Flag show into that at some point as well. But but we'll call it quits there. Talk menu. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, not really. I think everybody's made good points, and I'm going to keep confident with England. I'm just going to keep the faith that they can actually maybe between themselves, you know, sort of maybe pull something out of the bag for us, because we had so many years of negativity and sort of and pain. That I think maybe now it's time to just think, you know what, let's just hope that, you know, I'm not going to say
30 years of I was
just going to say
a lot more than that.
I know it is now, but that's what the song said. Give it. Just allow it. Thanks for everyone that's tuned in as usual. Make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, go and share it. Share it on Instagram. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. We are so close to 800. It's so close. We are 17 away. So please hit the subscribe button. Please do that. Because we've got more content coming on the way. Big content coming up on the way soon. So make sure you keep it locked. Thanks to Talk Menu, Lanzi, Adam, Velvashwan, Say and Nui for coming on. Nui, you got 5 minutes for a chat afterwards?
Yeah, of course I can.
Catch up, mate. Yeah, good. Until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll speak to you soon.
Arteta out.
Arteta out.